What's going on, guys? Goose here, man, and another video. This will be an LSU video, as Brian Kelly had a press conference yesterday talking about Mississippi State. So I just wanted to I want to do some stuff different, some try some things different on the channel, and let's look at this video from I believe from yesterday. Okay, this is it. All right. Let me go over here. I'll make the video a little bigger, and let's go.
Taylor and Omar Spates doing, and also Caleb Jackson. Are you going to keep him deep on the kickoffs? I know the first week you play off, playing deep this week. What did you see in kickoff returns that you like?
Mason is made progress. He was out there today on the ground running. So I mean, I think we had him at questionable. I would say he's a game time decision. So where is that? I think he's still questionable. We have to see him move around, see what he looks like in pregame. Omar is not as far ahead. We're going to bring him. We're going to dress him out and see what he looks like. But I'm less optimistic about him. But we'll see what happens. He's still got 48 hours, and if he make the same kind of progress that Mason did, we got a chance. But I would say he's probably more in the doubtful range, seeing the scale that I've put out there.
Yeah, having Mason Taylor out there is big for LSU's offense. He's a really good tight end, and if he doesn't play Saturday, that's a big blow to LSU's offense.
Yeah, I mean, we like how hard he hits it, right? And then to me, you're fighting for the 25. You can fair catch and get to the 25 every time, or you can fight to break a couple of tackles. And we like his physicality, his ability, to break a tackle. You break a couple of tackles on kickoff, return, you got a chance to get that thing out into some pretty good field position.
Coach, now with Omar's status, a question that we are just going to get a lot more snaps, or does that mean Harold?
No, we'll activate Wes Weeks, Whit Weeks, Greg Penn, Christian Braithwaite. Those will be the guys that will work the inside, and then Harold will obviously gather people.
Yeah, I mean, Harold Perkins needs to he needs to play the role that he played last year when he was pressuring the quarterback, making plays. He that's what Harold Perkins needs to be. I think that's the best for our defense to be the most effective is for Perkins just to be that havoc player. Pressure off the edge, spying the quarterback, getting those tackles for loss. That's where Harold Perkins. That's what he's best at right now.
Okay, hey, Coach. Looking back at Arizona versus State last week, any ways to attack that defense and try to
Yeah, I mean, Jed Fish is an outstanding football coach. He's a really good offensive mind. I mean, they had some really good schemes. I don't know that Jed would say that they executed at the highest level. They had 5 turnovers and still had a chance to win the football game. But yeah, they did some pretty good things. Look, they're a very difficult defense to go against because it's unconventional in a lot of the things that they do. But at the end of the day, you still have to be able to stay balanced against them. If you're not balanced against them and you can't pick up their pressures, it's a long day. What we were able to do in the second half is pick up some of their pressures, get the ball out, make a couple of big plays. The big one-on-one fade to Neighbors last year was big for us. We were able to hit a big run, a couple of third down situations where we were able to get out of some plays and get into higher percentage throws against their pressure. So you've got to be able to manage your offense. I think Arizona, turned the ball over, and then when they got into a good run in the second half, It's when they took care of the football. It'll be the same thing for us. We got to take care of the football. We make good decisions on offense, especially at the quarterback position. We should be able to have some success.
I agree about the quarterback position. Not turning the ball over, but LSU needs to run the football. Saturday. If they can't run effectively with Diggs, Caleb Jackson, Josh Williams, Emery, I'm assuming those are going to be the bell cows this week. But yeah, you got to run football. Quarterback's quarterback. But if LSU cannot run the football effectively, if they can't get at least 4 yards per carry or around that, I don't see how they're gonna. I don't see how they're gonna beat Mississippi State if they can't do that, because Mississippi State can run the football. So we'll see. Let's see what else he has to say.
And whether it does it to the push and players feel with their ability to.
Oh, they're going to be counted on. There's no doubt, right? They're a team that does a really good job running outside zone, and their ability to do that has been clearly demonstrated over the first couple of weeks. So, yeah, the interior guys, the 4 techniques, the 3 techniques, and then you've got to be able to set the edges. We're going to have to do a really good job of setting the edges with our big ends. And again, I think that when you talk about our entire defensive line, the Jacks are going to have to do a really good job. Obi's going to have to do a good job. We're counting on a little bit of everybody to pitch in, to be able to defend the run.
Hey, Coach, just how big of a weekend do you think running attack, just learning the guys are, building on last week's overall system?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the performance of our running game and our running backs each and every week. But it's so hard because the defense will dictate a lot of what happens. If they really want to get stubborn about it, they can force you to throw the football virtually every down. And coach, is not that way. I mean, he understands the balance that he needs on defense too. But there's going to be some times where they're going to stunt and they're going to have some line movements and make it difficult to run. We've got to be patient with our running game. If we're patient with our running game, I think that's really what I'm looking for more than anything else. We can't just abandon the running game. We've got to be patient.
I agree with them. I totally agree with Brian Keller there. They got to be patient with the running game because it's just imperative. It's imperative that you got to run the football.
Hey guys, up here. Speaking of the running game, I'm curious of how you're going to the running backs not just this game but going forward. Because Logan Diggs had a really good game. So I'm curious who's going to be that number 1 back? Will it be Diggs? Will it be Williams? Who will be putting those most important?
Well, it could be Diggs. It could be Williams. It could be Emery. It could be Jackson. It could be Kane. I mean, we've got a lot of backs. And I think I said this the last time I was asked this question. We're going to go with the guy that is feeling it.
I understand that to an extent. The guy that's feeling it, but in my opinion, LSU's best 2 running backs is Logan Diggs and Caleb Jackson. Those are the 2 guys that I think gives us the best chance at running the football effectively, most effectively, I should say. I like Josh Williams, I like Emery, but I just think that Diggs and Jackson are our best 2 running backs. But we'll see. We'll see this Saturday.
Seeing it and ripping off some big plays, we'll keep feeding that guy. But we've got really good backs, and we can't get all of them on the field. So it's a competitive situation. Our guys know that. But I think we can feature multiple backs, and we will this Saturday.
Aren't anybody else on the injury report this week?
Nobody at this time.
when it comes to the sack numbers, they'll have 1 through. Is that something that's concerning, or is that a number where you can evaluate pass rush?
That's a very good question. This is a very concerning stat for our defense. Is we only have 1 sack in 2 games. That's concerning. I want to see how he answers this because I kind of figured he can give you some coach speak. But yeah, this is a big area of concern. It's a lack of pass rush so far.
And other sorts of factors.
Yeah, I mean, pass rush is really about, are we getting drop back pass? Are we getting quick game? Quick game is, you want the ball to come out quickly. You want knockdowns. Because generally you can't get to the quarterback. And last week we faced an offensive structure where the ball was coming out so quick you weren't going to get to Crowley. So this week, a little bit more play action pass. They do move the pocket a little bit. But again, I think you evaluate it in its totality relative to what kind of passing game you see.
I get what he's saying a little bit. The way Grambling was getting the ball out quick, but I mean, your defensive line is much better than their offensive line, Grambling's. So they should have had more pressures and more sacks last week, but it is what it is. But it's got to get better this weekend. If LSU cannot get to the quarterback, and if they can't, hurry pressure, this might be a long day.
About the vertical passing, saw flashes of it in the last game. How confident are you guys that you can get on those big plays and better athletes?
Well, I think we did against Florida State. I mean, we weren't consistent enough for 4 quarters. Yeah, we've got good players. We can push the ball down the field if you're going to run, double cloud and drop 8. It's a little bit harder to get the ball down the field, but we'll manage what we see, and when we get the opportunity, if we get man coverage, we should win some matchups. Every college football team has to. So, I guess my answer would be we feel very confident going into any game that our passing game can stretch the field and generate big plays down the field.
I mean, Jaden Daniels can't stretch the field enough. I mean, he's a good intermediate passer, but I mean, as far as stretching the field, going deep, consistently, that's just not Jaden Daniels' game. We have another quarterback that can do that, but that's just not Jaden Daniels' game. Is to stretch the defense, consistently enough for 4 quarters. He'll do it maybe 1 or 2 plays, maybe 1 play a quarter, but and anyway.
But for Mason Taylor, maybe not quite 100%. Who else might have that possibly step up and get numbers? Well, we're going to play all freshmen at that position right now. So, Mark Ray's going to play there. We're going to play, KP's going to play there a little bit. Who am I missing? Galbraith, who else? Is somebody else? McGowan. Yeah, so we're going to play them all. So they're all going to get an opportunity in some fashion. Now, they all can't do the same things, because we're trying to feature them in different looks. But they'll all get a chance to play, and hopefully, Mason is able to give us something too.
Yeah, I mean, Mason Taylor is by far the best. He's the best tight end we have on the roster. It's not even up for debate. So having him out is going to be a big. It's going to be a big blow to our offense.
Talk a lot about the run game, Mississippi State. What about the play action passes?
Yeah, so when you run the ball very well, obviously that's the essence of it, right? The ability to now take shots down the field, and that's what they do. Whether it's moving the pocket or play action shots, that's what this offense is about. They do it really good. All right, thank you.
All right, man. There's There's Brian Kelly's midweek press conference. So, all right, man. Hope you liked it. As I gave my thoughts on some of the things he said, and I'm gonna try to do this more often going forward throughout the season. So have a good one, and go Tigers.